Hey folks, Nathan here. Welcome to Nate's Favorite Deck Building Games. Our last episode before we hit the Multiverse box and then just keep up with new releases as they come out is going to be taking a look here really quickly at promo cards, because promo cards are indeed one of the different divider sections for the Multiverse box. So I want to make sure we at least hit these before we moved into that giant box and its Multiverse gameplay. Basically what you'll find is that from 2012 through 2016, we saw different promos for the DC deck building game. Now, I personally have not run into any from 2017. I think I have all of them. If not, please correct me because I want to get them. I'm going to need to start hunting them down. But I'm talking specifically about the ones for the DC deck building game, not just general Cryptozoic games. So, in promoting the original DC deck building game, the promo card put out there was Martian Manhunter. Now at this point, they didn't tell you a set name down at the bottom. You just recognize it by not having the set name, but they also would wind up doing that for Heroes Unite. So double check your copyright date there. Anything from the original set or a promo for the original set will say 2012. He is actually why there's a Crisis version of Martian Manhunter in that first Crisis expansion, because he did exist before that just as a promo card. Then for Heroes Unite, back in 2013, we had a couple of promo cards, one regular and one superhero. The regular card was a new supervillain, which is Felix Faust. He'd wind up showing up in the game later as well. And then we had Starfire. We had some people asking, wait a second, why is Starfire getting a Crisis version in Crisis Expansion 2 for Heroes Unite when she actually doesn't show up as a superhero card until Teen Titans? Well, yes, she does show up in Teen Titans. This is her Teen Titans hero card. But before she showed up in the Teen Titans set, the fourth main set, she was a promo card with a different ability for the Heroes Unite set. The abilities, for what it's worth, for Heroes Unite, it was once during each of your turns, if there are no superpowers in the lineup, draw a card. For Teen Titans, during each of your turns, if you control 4 different card types, you may destroy a card you control. So you can actually play as 2 different versions of Starfire, or the Crisis version to get a third option if you want, if you own each of the sets. But this one, from 2013, that's a Heroes Unite promo card. From 2014, we had 3 different promo cards. That was the year of Forever Evil. We had one regular size, which is a location. Finally, they're labeling them as promo later in that year. And for that, we have Gotham City Docks. Again, a location. Also labeled as a promo from late in that year, we have the Joker. Unfortunately, the Joker did not get a Crisis version in Crisis Expansion 3. This is basically it. But labeled as Forever Evil, even though it's a promo card, was Bane. And Bane is the one that, because he is the original promo card for Forever Evil, he's the one that gets a Crisis version in Crisis Expansion 3. Kind of wish Joker did, but I guess, you know, Joker wound up getting the Rivals set with Batman, so I can't complain that much. You jump to 2015, then we're looking at the Teen Titans set that year, and we had 2 promo cards correctly labeled as such. We had Kid Flash, and we had Skitter. So originally, for the first 2 sets, it was 1 new player character, and then for Forever Evil and Teen Titans, the latter 2 big sets, it's 2 player characters as promo cards. Then after that, we don't get another big set until Confrontations, unless you count the Multiverse box, which isn't really a main set by itself. In 2016, though, we did see some other promo cards. You may recognize these characters as some from CW if you watch those shows, although, of course, they originated in the comics. We have Vixen, and we have Black Lightning. Black Lightning's back! Pretty good show, and a decent enough superhero card to play with if you're allowing yourself to play with promos when you're playing with your friends for the DC deck building game. Not a lot of promos out there, and they're not all that expensive to find. You can usually find most of these on eBay at any given time. The earlier ones are a little more expensive most of the time. They're not game-changing in any way, but if you're someone who likes playing the game and likes collecting it, then you might want to check these out. There's not a lot to chase down, and hey, might as well get a chance to play with the regular version of Martian Manhunter, Starfire, and Bane if you're going to have the Crisis versions in the Crisis expansions, assuming you drop the $20 for each of those. Next time, we'll finally take a look at the Multiverse box and put all these friggin' cards away.